I'm a full-day preschool teacher at Educare.
I'm Ashley, and I'm a full-day infant toddler teacher assistant at Educare.
And I'm Dorian. I am a part-day preschool teacher here at Educare.
And we have created a take-home activity. It's a sink or float activity as part of our partnering with the Early Science Initiative. And this is a Explore With Me Night activity because we're not able to do Explore With Me Night in person this year.
So in coordination with Module 3 through this Early Science Initiative, we are sending home take-home bags with materials for you to test sink or float with. In your bags, you'll see materials such as a ball, a rock, a feather, and some foam cutouts and some other materials as well. First, we need to make a plan. So let's get a bucket of water. You can use your bathtub at home and incorporate this into bath time routine, or use your sink, or if you have a bucket like this. Then we're going to make predictions as to which items we think are going to sink or float. To help you along, we have this card that will come with your bag that has some questions such as, let's make a plan, what do we do first? And then we can make predictions as to which items will sink or float, and why do you think that will happen? Also, we can ask questions about what the child noticed, such as, how do you know that? Why did the item sink or float?
All right, so now that you've made a plan and we have our water and have our items in our bag, we're going to take a look at some items in our bag and make some predictions. So let's take out one of our items. Ooh, a feather. Now the feather feels really light to me, and it's not really big. I'm going to predict what will happen if I put it in the water. What will happen if I put it in the water, Chelsea?
I think it'll float.
She thinks it's going to float. So I'm going to make a prediction up here on my paper that I have in my bag. I have a feather, and I think, she said she thinks it's going to sink or float.
Float.
She thinks it's going to float, so let's test it out and see if she's right. Here's the feather. The feather stayed on top of the water. That means that it is floating, so the feather floated. Let's try another object. How about, ooh, a rock. What do you think, Ashley, will happen to this rock?
I think the rock's gonna float too.
She thinks the rock's gonna float. I'm gonna make a little mark just to remember that's what Ashley thought. Let's see what happens with our rock. Here it goes. Ooh, that made a loud noise. I think it's on the bottom. What do you think? I think it sank. So it didn't float, it sunk. So it was something that sunk. So that rock was really, really heavy. I'm wondering if that's why it sank. Listen again. It sounded like it was pretty heavy to me. Let's try some other things on your own at home.
We would love to hear from you about how this activity went, so you can let your child's teachers know or let us know here on Facebook. Thank you.